tried to win a game of Marvel Snap playing with only cats. Every card in this deck either is a cat or features a cat prominently in its artwork, like Agatha Harkness's Senor Scratchy. Had to include that one, which makes the deck a little sillier and even a little bit more anti-synergistic because it means we'll never actually be able to play Kitty Pryde on the final turn. There's a lot of anti-synergy in here, like Zabu and barely any 4-cost cards, but gotta include Zabu too. There's also Goose, which is clearly just a cat, nothing strange to see here, and Craven, who has a cat in this variant. There are some cards that are gonna have cats based off the variant that you have for them, like Doctor Strange. This new variant has Goose in the bottom right corner, and there's also a Cosmo that has a cat in it out now. That feels kind of like cheating though, but there's a lot of other fun variants that you can play with, like Colleen Wing. She's holding a cat here. No other discard synergy in the deck, no other move synergy either for Craven, unless you want to include Craven and Doctor Strange, then go for it. Black Cat, obviously a cat. I've never actually played this. It's always in my opening hand, and then I discard it on the first turn. Copycat, Sabretooth, Gwenpool Season Pass variant holding a cat, and then there's also White Tiger, obviously a cat, and we'll finish it off with the Black Panther. So let's see if this deck can manage to win a game. The first game that I played with it was actually incredibly sweet. Turn 3 Project Pegasus allows me to play Agatha into Krakoa, which is awesome. Unfortunately, my opponent's Juggernaut means that they will beat me 3 Hulks to 1 in Gamma Lab, so that's going to be tough to come back from. But I do get to put plus 14 power on the top card of my deck. My opponent gets a cheap card from Iron Patriot, but the card that gets plus 14 power could not have been sweeter. That all goes onto a Black Panther, which I'm going to make even bigger this turn with a Gwenpool. And I don't think I can actually win this game, but what I can do is make a 50 power Black Panther, which I thought was sweet and worthy of including in this video. I also did find some Craven synergy with the Bifrost, so sometimes locations can work out in your favor. And I'm just going to try to play this Black Panther into the location where my opponent might play a Galactus and see if that gets me a win with this deck. And it does look like we predicted my opponent correctly, so we do manage to find a win. I'll snap as I drop down this Agatha, and my opponent will wind up retreating. So there you go. I won playing only with cats. There's a lot of other variants you could play if you want to make this deck more synergistic, but this was just for fun. Subscribe and I'll play dogs next.